Caroline, based on the Railway series by Reverend W. Awdry. This is a story about Caroline, a lazy car who thought she would never like engines. Then one day she found they could be really useful. On a beautiful sunny day on the island of Sodor, Caroline, the car, was sitting at the side of the cricket pitch. She was watching her owner play a very long game of cricket. What a pleasant day, thought Caroline. Caroline liked to sit and watch people playing cricket because it meant they weren't hurtling about the countryside, revving her delicate engine and going too fast. Meanwhile, at the transfer yards, Stepney and the Bluebell engine was chatting to the other engines. "Trucks are fun," he was telling Percy. Percy was very surprised. Surely no engines actually like trucks. "Well, you can pull some of mine if you like," said Percy. Percy's driver agreed that Stepney could pull some of the trucks. Stepney was so happy he set off around the island with a big smile on his face. While Caroline was happily dozing in the sunshine, Stepney pulled up at a signal behind her. Caroline didn't like engines very much. She thought they were silly because they liked to rush around too fast. Suddenly, the batsman hit the ball. It flew high in the sky above Stepney. Clank went the signal. Thump went the ball and landed it in a truck. Neither Stepney nor the driver noticed the ball land in one of Stepney's trucks. "Come along," puffed Stepney to the trucks. "Stop!" shouted the players. "That's our only ball." "Wake up, Caroline," called the players as they clambered inside her cab. "Follow that train." Caroline coughed crossly and rolled down the road. Stepney wasn't going very quickly, and Caroline soon came up behind him. "Toot, toot, 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 toot," called Caroline. The players shouted, but the driver was too far away to hear them properly. He thought they wanted a race. "Faster, Stepney," shouted the driver, and Stepney began to puff along very fast. Poor Caroline, she wasn't happy at all. Her owner was making her go too fast. As Caroline turned a corner, Stepney disappeared. "Hurrah!" she cried. "That silly train has fallen in a hole. I can go home now." But Caroline's owner only made her go faster. He pushed her up a steep hill and down the other side. As Caroline hurtled down the hill, she could see Stepney sitting in a station at the bottom. Caroline clattered into the station. She was wheezing and coughing and spluttering. Caroline hoped Stepney wouldn't leave before the players got their ball back. The players ran towards Stepney. "Our ball!" they cried. "Where's our ball?" The driver looked very confused. Your ball?" he asked. "Well, why would we have your ball?" The players explained everything as they began to search in Stepney's trucks. The trucks were wriggling and jiggling, making it harder for the players to look. "Stop it!" Stepney told the naughty trucks. "Found it!" cried a player. "Let's get back to the game." Stepney looked at Caroline. She was worn out. Stepney didn't think Caroline would want to drive anywhere. Stepney spoke to his driver. "Do you think we could give Caroline a lift?" he asked. "She looks very tired, and I don't think she can make it back to the cricket pitch." Stepney's driver thought that was a splendid idea. He spoke to the station master and the signalman. "Stepney has an idea," he explained. Can you think of a way we could give Caroline a lift?" Very soon they had a plan and were busy explaining it to the players. Caroline wasn't too happy with the plan. She felt very nervous riding on a truck on the railway line. Just Just you be careful, she said to Stepney. Don't go too fast, please. I'll be careful, promised Stepney. Stepney uncoupled all of his tracks apart from a flat track. Caroline was rolled onto the flat track and a brake van was hooked up behind. The players all climbed on aboard. Stepney began to pull out of the station. Caroline had her eyes tight shut. Ooh, she cried. Slowly Caroline noticed that she wasn't being shaken about at all. She opened her eyes to find that Stepney was going quite fast. Caroline looked around the countryside. She realised that she didn't mind going fast, especially when somebody else was doing all the work. Stepney returned safely, and all the players to the cricket pitch. Stepney, driver, the station master, and the signalman settled down to watch the match. Perhaps engines aren't so silly after all, said Caroline to Stepney. They can certainly save the wear on a poor car's tyres. The end.